I almost didn't answer the phone that night. Unknown number, close to midnight. If I had known who was calling, I would have been shaking before I even picked up. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Years ago, I had a friend named Eli. We bonded over weird topics, old myths, strange history, unexplained stories. I was the one who introduced him to most of it, thinking it was harmless curiosity. Something to talk about, nothing more. At first, that's all it was. Then it became everything. Eli stopped having normal conversations. No matter what the topic was, he'd twist it back to hidden meanings, secret systems, and forces he believed were shaping the world. He wasn't aggressive about it, just persistent, like he knew something the rest of us didn't. He didn't have many friends. He was quiet, withdrawn, and spent most of his time alone. He struggled socially and didn't have much family support. Because of that, I stayed longer than I should have. I didn't want to abandon him just because he was acting strange. For a while, things still felt normal enough. We played games, watched movies, and met up for walks. My partner was usually around too, which made me feel safer. Then Eli started experimenting with substances that altered perception. At first, he talked about them carefully, like tools for insight, but that caution disappeared fast. He became convinced he was seeing beyond reality. He said patterns were revealing themselves. Symbols on buildings, repeating numbers, strangers sending messages without speaking. He claimed he wasn't imagining things. He said he was being prepared. That's when I told him he needed to stop. I suggested grounding himself, taking a break, talking to someone professional. He smiled calmly and said I wouldn't understand. I stayed anyway. That's the part I regret most. The breaking point came during a simple outing at a local park. From the moment we arrived, something felt wrong. Eli paced instead of walking, talking about choices, tests, and consequences. He kept adjusting something in his jacket pocket, never explaining what it was. The tension was constant, heavy. When we finally left, he went silent, completely. He sat in the back seat, staring forward without blinking. I focused on the road, counting breaths, waiting for the drive to end. When we dropped him off, he didn't get out right away. He just sat there. Then he turned to me and said, "You tried to help. That matters." The way he said it didn't sound like gratitude. It sounded like a goodbye. That night I told my partner we were done. No more contact, no more chances. Months passed. Occasionally, Eli sent messages, fragmented thoughts, vague apologies, warnings that made no sense. I never replied. I heard later that he'd moved to another state, supposedly to start fresh. I hoped honestly that distance had helped him find stability. Then my phone rang. The man on the other end introduced himself as a detective. He asked how I knew Eli. Before he said anything else, my stomach dropped. Eli had killed someone he lived with. The details were limited. An argument. A sudden escalation. No one saw it coming, they said. After the call ended, I sat in the dark replaying every moment I ignored my instincts. Every time I chose patience over distance. Because the truth is, when someone tells you who they're becoming, sometimes surviving means believing them the first time.